Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, TedTokez. We got another episode of World of Tanks today. We're going to start off in this first match with our Leopard 2A5, pretty common. Pretty much our normal daily driver at this point. Here we are pulling up to the front line to see how the action is going to be. You see, I don't stop. I keep going. Luckily, there was not much opposition ahead of us. However, as we rotate this map, we tend to find that there were a few enemies. They just didn't push like pushers. They sat back like cowards looking for Overwatch points or a camouflaged sneak attack. Pretty much a tactical decision at that point, but definitely a little cowardice if you ask me. As you can see, some of my teammates making their push up towards them. So I'm going to start trying to bridge that gap as well, because I want as many barrels in that close quarters combat fight as possible. Overwatch is beneficial for sure, but what really makes the enemies have to make decisions, and what makes the enemies make most of the mistakes that they'll make, is that close quarters, up in their face pressure. That's that type of gameplay that makes them actually have to make decisions that they normally wouldn't even be trying to make. As you can see, I got tracked. I managed to repair it in a decent time frame, and now I'm repositioning to try to work my projectiles into the enemies for penetration points. Currently, I'm trying to wiggle the bullet, trying to get the bullet to slide right between the turn and that tank's hull. Unless he gives me a side shot or his belly, my tank really can only see, like that one bounced off his belly. So unless I hit him in like a hatch, in his commander's hatch, or got his side, you know, it's pretty much it's a solid, fair fight. But the teammates got him. I'm glad they helped, and now I'm pushing forward to help the team clean up the rest of the enemy team. As you can see, their second half is now just fighting for no chance to win. They're probably not going to help them win even if they had a chance, because if they were the types of players to win, they wouldn't need other players to help them win. They would just be going out, not waiting for somebody to do the frontline job so that they could play Overwatch. As you can see, we're cleaning them up pretty quick. There's a couple enemies, stragglers, you know, low health guys here up in the close proximity. You see I'm trying to wiggle off a point there as I load up, aiming it up, getting ready for the shot, and then I see the shot and take it. And now I bridge the gap because I'm probably not even going to get any more points of that tank. But there's still two more enemies around the map that I can try to traverse to. And then here I'm trying to help the teammate while getting myself a couple points while I still can. And that was a pretty easy win, you know. I'd say it was mostly the enemy team not actually playing. You know, I know that's a silly phrase that I keep using, but that's just my way of saying they weren't actually participating. They may have been on the field, but they weren't on or in the battlefield. Here we are with our second match. Another Leopard 2A5. Looks like I was late to the controller. Sometimes it's like that, you know. I'll be editing on the side, or looking up stuff on the internet, or just writing stuff down on my notepad, or I just do a bunch of different stuff on the side. It sounds like we got a teammate to communicate.
Fucking stupid bitch, play wrong way.
Now, I didn't edit out that comment because I really feel that dude's pain. Regularly, these players they don't play the game right. You know, they're really so dedicated to this Overwatch tactic that the game hasn't even been a good game because of the community and how they play.
Fucking stupid bastard. Fucking stupid bitch, play wrong way, or stupid noob.
And like I said, the guy's not wrong. The people don't play properly. You can see how many tanks. Let me guess. Is this match a defend your one base, the only base on the map? So let's sit here at our base and pretend we're even participating? No. They're a bunch of players looking to get points that somebody else earned them. I don't care how you want to represent Overwatch as you earning your points. You did not. 9 times out of 10, Overwatch was watching over something to even be Overwatch. Otherwise, you would be frontline players.
Stupid campers. Fucking old stupid ass fucker. You camp with heavy tank like real homosexual, stupid bitch. Play wrong way, stupid.
Alright, and after that match, now we got a match with our Armadillo. Another daily driver of mine. It's a pretty good tank. I'd say it's a great tank. It's been hindered a few times, but you know, they all get that treatment once they're no longer the poster children that they want the community to spend all their money on. Looks like here I am taking off into the front line, fast forward style. We reach this front line, and I'm already taking shots into the enemies. We see a teammate up there as I dodge a missile. Looks like I cut back into the home side of the territory, loop back around, probably looking for another opening. As I break through these buildings and reach the enemy territory, I see quite the field that I can just disrupt the enemy barrels in. That guy threw a smoke, ultimately cutting him off from the entire battle. And looks like I almost got missiled. I kind of tanked one of them, and then all the others missed. And as I'm rotating back in, I know the direction I was fired upon. And as my team's hopefully pushing that 0 line to go west now, we may be able to go capture this base by sandwiching what's left of the enemy team and even capture the base, because we have some team down there in the south sides of the city streets. We just need this team in the field to actually capitalize on these couple tanks up here in the corner, and that'll be that, you know. We'll get to move on to all them tanks down there at the base where that guy's pinging, and we might not even have to lose them teammates that may end up dying because they're not strong enough to take on the force of a unit that they are taking on. As you can see, I ran out of bullets with like a 1 shot left on that guy, so I must have missed one or bounced or something somewhere too many, and it would have made the difference if I did, and then didn't. However, as I'm reloading and already reloaded, I'm taking off down the center lane of the city. I'm probably gonna, knowing me, I'm gonna head towards the left, but I didn't. I headed towards the right to pick off this final tank over here on this side. Probably because I knew I could get a couple parts of that points and then still make it to the rest of the points before the team even did, because I'm that much faster than them in the Armadillo. We turned left to try to help this teammate here without getting ourselves hurt and allowing him to end up getting hurt even more. And it looks like the match is pretty much cleaned up. There's 1 tank left on this match. The enemy's right there in front of half of my team that's alive. He threw himself a smoke, but that's not going to do enough to save his butt, because there's too many of our teammates actually playing and progressing, trying to get the points. There's that match. We got an epic victory, so that's cool. You know, those you have to kind of earn sometimes. I got 4th place. I kind of like that. I didn't take podium. I still can give credit to the podium players for helping me, and I can still feel like I helped in the match enough to be part of the help of the team and not part of the team that was getting help. Now we have another match here. This is another Armadillo. One of my more liked maps, but not for my Armadillo. This isn't a map that I enjoy just traversing around in. This is the map I like pushing and playing peek and pop around corners and aggressively progressing towards the enemies to do more than just peek and pop. This is a really good map for that. But in my armadillo, I can still make magic happen because, that's what I do. I'm either going to do pretty good or I'm going to do pretty bad. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. There I am trying to weasel in trying to get a couple little chip-aways on the enemies without taking too much damage. I want to keep their attention here, but I don't want to get too much attention to where it's hard to evade the bullet trajectories. However, if I can continue to just drive around, whether in this bowl down here or on up anywhere else on the map, if I can control the enemy barrels and make them focus their attention, that's my teammates that's not getting the attention anymore, and they could probably even be able to find a way to find an exposed piece of armor of the enemy tank to get an easier shot on. That's the whole point of light tanks. They say you get people in light tanks are going out there to die, but they're not. That's their job, to go find the enemies. It's not their job to kill the enemies. They can help kill the enemies. They can create opportunity to help kill the enemies, but that's it. They're not going to actually defeat the enemies. Why? Well, the armadillo is a tank that takes a bit time to chip away at. It's got a decent damage per minute, but there's a lot of no damage happening during the minute time. So it's not like other tanks where you're consistently waiting for a 300 to 600 damage bullet every 5 to 10 seconds or whatever it is for that specific tank. The armadillo, there's a second in between each auto-loaded round in the stack, and then there's a timer for the actual reload of the whole stack. So there's a lot of there's a lot of damage not being done time. So that's the thing about the armadillo, but it is a great light tank because it has such an agility factor that it makes flanking very much achievable. Why? Because you can circle a few tanks, even like if I pushed in there right through this smoke right now, trying to get up in there like this. See, boom, past that smoke, teammate throws a smoke, but that's alright because here comes the flank maneuver. Look at this. So low health, I have 29 HP, down to 13 now, whatever it is. Still, I'm flanking, chipping into the enemies a little bit, Boom, my stack's gone, I gotta reload. No worries, I still have my agility to end up preventing myself from being destroyed. They managed to get me, but my team has only 2 enemy tanks left to destroy, and they just destroyed one of them, now leaving only one. A 1v, what is that? 8? I don't know about you guys, but I think my team won this one. Now, they could surprise me as they have before. However, no offense to whoever that last enemy player was, but they're not good enough. Even with me not alive to help my team. Still, we got an epic victory. So, that's awesome. And look at that. I got 5th place, in the top third of the board, showing that I helped. And that's that. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I haven't been making them lately. I've just had a lot going on in life. If you did enjoy, check out the next video, because I'm here doing what it do, and I'm gonna make some more.